idea, and you can build it. Survival kind of a building also. But yeah, in that game, if you want to, because it's an RPG game, so if you want to like make certain kind of a build, and you try to Google, you actually get so many videos of, you know, like these are the best builds right now in the game and stuff like that. And then when you start to read the comment section, people are actually now fact checking, like, oh, you know, this might have been a good idea 3 months ago before they bought patch that fixed certain bug. But this guy is just known for making videos from somebody else. You know, like somebody else made a video and they just copy it, make everything for themselves and show it as their own. Like so many people are doing that right now. So like, for example, once human has that issue, there's not like a proper information right now, like how good is something, because everybody is just making their own video, copying somebody's build. They're not like really looking into it, because it's just so much easier. You just copy somebody's idea and you just remake it differently. Maybe you put it more interesting, that, you know, like make the video editing more nicer, you know, the way it looks, all that kind of stuff. You'd make that kind of changes. Now you suddenly become the popular guy. It might be a short period of time of fame, but still, the amount of time you spend on it, you actually might be profitable in the long run. Because let's be honest, some games, yeah, when it's just a small stroke of luck and that's it, you're done. You become self-sustaining by stealing other people's idea. I mean, who hasn't? Like, let's be honest. The world's biggest ideas, the most valuable ideas, it is that somebody stole it from somebody. If you can prove me wrong, you prove me wrong. But this is my statement. All the massive ideas, somebody stole it. The one who came up with the electricity, stolen. Or killed the other idea or something like that. Or, you know, like something sabotaging other ideas. The one who came up with a computer, home computer first, probably most likely stole it from somebody and took credits from it. But they were just using patent systems. Oh, and patent systems. Ooh, yeah, that's the thing too. How many patents have been stolen? Who came up with the idea first, but because they didn't understand the whole patent law system, they got dropped the idea. How many? Let me hear how many of those kind of things are. I'm sure there's hundreds of thousands or even millions different situations where that happened. And the ones who were with the original idea, they're getting nothing. Especially like, think about the things that came up during Cold War. Ideas during the Cold War. Let's say like maybe Soviet Union came up with some idea and somebody figured it out when they saw it, made a patent for themselves, made it better, and then when the Cold War ended, it just became a huge success because of, you know, it's everywhere now due to the patent laws and everything. Imagine. Oh my goodness. I mean, look, with McDonald's, the whole franchising idea and everything about it. It was stolen basically. The original people who came up with the McDonald's concept, that was stolen from them due to some legality and this stuff, you know. Just played smartly, legally. Just how it is. A lot of these ideas, they're not their original ideas. I mean, like, didn't also Elon Musk, was it PayPal? Wasn't the PayPal the first success? But didn't he also like buy the PayPal first? No, there was something else before PayPal. But didn't he also like buy it, but he just made it better and sold it away or something like that? And the controversy also like Facebook and the Meta. There was a lot of things like, oh, it was stolen, the idea, everything was stolen and stuff like that too. Like there's just so much of these success stories that is just, in the end, it was just somebody's idea, but somebody just were outsmarting them and they stole the whole concept and they became the filthy rich. That's just how the world just works. It's not about who figures out it first, it's who masters it first and gets the rights for themselves first. That's what matters. So think about it. When you think about how to become rich, don't try to come up with a new idea. Just take idea that is very fresh. Take it and make it yourself. Be brutal. Be narcissistic. Take it. It's yours if you really want it. And legally, of course. Legally. Let's keep things legally, but that's how it works. Yeah. That's why filthy rich people, never trust them. They are very scary people. There's a reason they are scary people. Because the way they became like that, they did lots of things that would be morally very bad. So if you want to be rich, yep. That's why also, like, I think Shroud said it well. Like, if you want to become rich, next big thing in Twitch, what you need to do, be the most annoying person, brutal person, toxic person, and enjoy creating drama. You are guaranteed to become a next big streamer. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's also the thing, that you give what people want. The same reason like all these trash shows, like what Temptation Islands and what else there is. I mean, Temptation Island for some reason is always the first thing that comes in my mind. Like such things should be banned. Such things should be just banned from the TV. Big Brothers, all these kind of like Survivors, Amazing Race, all those things. Okay, Amazing Race is not like that bad, but other these kind of like things, they're just something else. Bachelorette, Finland. First date at the altar. Those are just calling problems. You just get the worst people in the show to create the drama. Just create and then also do some scripts on it and that's it, you win. Oh boy, that's crazy funny stuff. But yeah, people love to watch those shows so much that they will always keep making the same shows. Those very toxic shows. People hungry to become famous, they're willing to do everything for the show. Wow. It's so nice to be just an introvert. No need to be worrying about going for the shows and everything. I mean, even if I say something that is like not correct, I mean, I just disappear. That's it. Although I have given my whole name and everything there, so yeah, I will be probably a lot of trouble, but hey, at least then my fate has been sealed. Now I can become a hermit. Now I can become a hermit middle of nowhere. The dream to become a hermit. Middle of the forest with just an internet connection. and barely running water. That's fine for me. I think like that's actually what's going to happen. When the kids get to the age that they move out, if we didn't buy a house by that time or something, I think I'm trying to convince my wife that, hey, we just move in the countryside, middle of nowhere. And just live there peacefully, just two of us, and enjoy our own company. Just like that. I wonder what she will say on that. Actually, the funny thing is lately she's been like being more and more accepting it. The idea that actually countryside would be so nice, you know, even though like the countryside might be slightly racist, she would still prefer that than, you know, like this kind of like people not telling the truth, you know, backstabbing. is worse than somebody telling straight to their face how they feel. That's what she's been saying, but I don't know. But honestly, it's not really that bad. People just stare at you a very long time when you go to countryside, because they just don't know who you are, and they want to analyze who you are. So it's a misunderstood concept in the countryside, at least here. That's usually the thing. But the countryside is just the... Okay, I don't know other countries, but at least in our country, in Finland, countryside is just relaxed. Very relaxing, honestly. A lot of times there's actually no problems at all. Neighbors are always good to you. And you know, like neighbors are also the thing, if they see somebody who are not usually living in that area, they will come and check, like, who are you? And why are you checking other people's houses? So it's quite secured in that sense. Like, I remember the story, like, not long time, I mean, quite a long time ago, like, how there were some people going to this, like, house next to us. It was like this retired old teacher was living there alone and everything. And they constantly kept going to his house and everything. And then one day, my dad and my uncle, they were wondering, like, okay, this is very fishy. What are these people doing here? Because they're always coming many. It's not like one person coming. It's always like 2, 3, or even 4 people coming. All adults. No kids or anything. So it's not like... And also, of course, because my dad and my uncle, they knew the neighbor, the retired teacher, because it was the... You know, it's a small town. So they knew them so well that they also knew their child. You know, that guy's child and all that. Everything. And all the family members. So then they just kept looking like, okay, these are not family members. These are just like strangers. So one day they went to check and see what is going on. And my uncle was just coming out of a hunting trip from the forest too. So he was just passing by. So he was carrying his shotgun with him. So he went there with a shotgun with my dad and everything. And then it came out that they just came there when they were knocking the door. So when they started asking, like, who are you people? And then the retired man opened the door and then started saying, like, what are you people again doing here? I'm not giving you any money. And that was a right cue of my dad and my uncle to, like, start, you know, becoming more protective towards our neighbor. And so, you know, like, okay, this is your... I'm going to start counting, and you better leave. And my uncle was carrying a shotgun. Of course, it's not like threatening to shoot, but still saying, like, you know, you are not supposed to be here, so you better start leaving and never come back. And I tell you, they started running away, and they never came back. And they never came back and bothered. But basically, they were just coming to his house constantly, trying to steal money from him because he was living alone. That's what they were trying to do. But that's the thing, like I would say, like small towns, people will look if you like somehow like show that nobody knows who you are. Like they're really wondering who you are. So they start doing these kind of like checks on you, like the neighbor, that are you okay, is everything okay, very concerned and stuff. Of course, like I noticed, I've seen some news happening in the small towns right nowadays that thing is kind of dying a bit. That people are always like wondering, like they don't even know what's happening in the neighborhood. And you know, because when there's a problem and the people are willing to help you out and stuff like that. So, but yeah, maybe because of the towns are becoming now too small, that the distance between the houses are so great that you don't really see a neighbor that much. So, but anyway, like I said, being a hermit would be nice. Just have a computer, everything. You can order all your computer parts and stuff like that. I think my wife also would be just fine because, you know, she likes some window shopping, online shopping. So she just orders stuff online. And she will be good. She will be good like that. So I think, like, yeah, that would be possible. So when all the kids move out of the house, we just buy a small house, middle of nowhere, stuff like that, and enjoy our lives. Hopefully that time also I would land a job or have an income that, you know, doesn't require me to be in fixed location. Fixed location, that would be great. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool, but yeah, that's a long way to go. The youngest daughter, she's just 1 year old. So that's about like 17, 18 more years to go. So yeah. Okay, let's say like 20 years is a good say. Like, okay, that time everybody, all of them will be have moved out already. Although I will always tell my kids that they don't need to move out at any if they don't want to. You know, like unless they are really sure that everything is stable for them. The way economy is also going, it is kind of like must to. It's not going to be that, oh, when you're just 18, you just move out, just like that. The way everything's just so expensive, and if you just want to study more or something and do a little bit work on the side, it's gonna be a little bit struggle. So better just have the option that, okay, if you want, you can just stay home until you get a really stable, good job or something, income. Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it in the end. So maybe 20 years, it ain't gonna be enough. So 20 years probably is not gonna be enough. So 20 years from now, I'm going to be like 57. Yeah, 57, 20 years from now. So yeah, I will be having like 10 more years before retirement. If I, God willingly, will stay healthy until that point. Yeah, will be a few years at least, enjoy just peace and quiet middle of forest. Being just actively going around and doing small stuff in the house. Cutting firewood, fixing the garden, doing this, going for walks, cycling, all that kind of stuff. Maybe have a small gym home. Yeah, that's all I need. And of course a computer. And fast internet connection to the forest. That's all I need. That's all I need. But yeah, hard to say like how things are gonna be in 20 years from now. All I know is that 20 years from now, probably the countryside area is gonna be so empty that buying a house is just so cheap. Probably. So you're just gonna buy yourself an retirement house or something. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. 20 years is still far away. Because let's be honest, like I said, I am now 37. Since I graduated and started a job that is, you know, like a permanent job, that was 2015. 9 years ago. 9 years ago, I have been living as a, you know, like a hardworking adult, basically. Because before that, it was a student life, you know, just student life, you don't take anything really seriously, you do things and that. You're not even sure what you want to do. So 9 years, I've been living like a responsible adult. Mostly responsible adult. And now, 20 years. Yeah, so basically, I would say like, I have only properly lived my life only 1/3. I still have 2/3 left to go, you know, just live and living like an adult with adult money. Yes, living with adult money. Yeah, that's the word. I still have 2/3 left. Think about it. It's just a matter of perspective, how you think about it. Yeah, sure, okay, the amount of time I have lived in Earth, I have passed the midpoint. Wait, have I? Yeah, I'm well past the midpoint. I think like 35 is the limit. 35 would be the midpoint of the whole life. But now think about, okay, the first, like the 6 years of that, of your first life, that's just tutorial. That's just tutorial. The first 6 years or 7 years of your life. You're just figuring how to be you. How to be able to control yourself, stuff like that. That's just the first few tutorial part. And you know, if you pass that without major injuries, good for you. Good for you. The rest of the trip should be fine. So yeah, if you think about 7 first years is just tutorial part alone. So yeah, and then after that's the next 10 years is also going to be like a chapter 1 where you just kind of like learning all the mechanics in the game, and then you are set off to open world. Before you're 18, you are in this kind of like the chapter 1 where you are just exploring in a very like narrow area. Like you haven't been given the freedom to access the open world and all the side quests and all that. So until you're 20, you're just learning the mechanics of the game. And then you start mastering them after that, so you can fight all the challenges. So yeah, first 20 years, it's just like that. So basically, I'm not even done with the chapter 2, which is the open world. I'm not even at the end of the end game where I really can do all the side quests. I'm still like building up my levels and gears and all that, and learning all the abilities so I can get access to the harder end game content. So yeah, I'm still middle of leveling, not here at the end game content of gearing up and stuff like that. Yeah, that's how it is. But I think like 40, 45, that's now when I start my end game grinding. Yeah, that's how I put it. Man, it's nice to put it actually in a gaming world perspective. Now that I think of it. But that's how it is. That's how it is pretty much. But like usually when you're like age 40, I think that point you are kind of in a situation that you are kind of now stuck with the work you have or the career you have. Maybe not the same job, but or the same, like same company, but same kind of a job. Like most likely after 40, you're not going to be changing your career anymore. So that's when you start to master, like really get all the loot you want for the. Are you DPS build or are you a tank or healer? Kind of a mentality. Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is. And let me actually let me go grab some water at this point. Just gonna put the character here, put in a character screen so I have a little bit more of the buff left to have the in orc camp have this the light thing that makes the orcs weaker. So let me go grab some water. Should I also grab more coffee? Nah, let me keep going water for the rest of the day. Ooh, wait, it's 7? What happened? What just happened? 2 hours like that. Go on. Okay, let me go get the water, then we continue. Let me see some messages here. What is here? Oh yeah. Oh, I missed so many messages here. Let me see. I need to check these out. I will get back soon. I mean, I'm gonna be here, but let me focus. There's actually some plans for the evening. Okay, sorry. Just had to go through those messages first, but all seems to be all right now. No biggies. Yeah, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the grind. It seems like I'm not going to go do any casting, which was a kind of like a good, nice idea, but seems like there are handled with that. So we are okay. It's like 7 in 2 hours that would have been. So now no need for that. Now that one is out of the way. But yeah, there's gonna be some Fridays I'm gonna be doing some I think they're trying to put together some casting activities for the PUBG tournament there, so I'm gonna be doing that once in a while, some Fridays, but not today. Today is gonna be just PDO and maybe some other games with friends. But the friends, usually my fellow German friends, well, not fellow, anyway, fellow Finnish Germans, they're so close to each other in so many ways, so so once they come up, I think then we're gonna have a little bit more detailed information what's gonna happen.